Hello, Doctor. I was just looking over your site. Josephine Fusco told me to go over the site and show you how you could maybe improve a little bit. So I made an extensive type of proposal quote for you. You can pick and choose what you think is best, but this is what I think needs to be done to the site for, optimum search engine rank position and search engine optimization and different things like that, and ways to market yourself a little bit better. So one of the things that we do is we use the Google Keyword Planner whenever we start thinking about how we can help a client. And so a couple of words that came up was allergy doctor, and there was a really good one here called allergist. So these are keyword phrases. They get 8,100 searches a month, and it's low competition. And we could manipulate this to your current location, see how many people are actually, this is how many people are actually searching for these terms, and if it'd be hard to get on the front page or not of Google. So that's one thing. That's one thing that we do, and then we compile a list, and we usually put it in like a database that shows us, what to do, and then we would implement it on the website as well. So that was point number one, as far as the quote goes. The other thing that I was looking at is like a cosmetic reconstruction of the site, and a lot of websites, are using predefined generic themes and so on and so forth. That's good, and you could get your feet wet while you start learning your website but maybe you want something that looks a little bit more modern, and possibly a mobile version of the website as well, and so that it would look good on all screen sizes, when you shrink the screen and open the screen. So this year alone in 2014 we have more mobile users than we do desktop users. So that's one thing that I always try to point out to clients, that your website should also be mobile ready. The other thing that I noticed too is the permalinks for your website. I would suggest a Permalink Reconstruction. For instance, this one here says services. Well, the thing that we have to think about is there's a lot of different places that offer services. There's mechanic services, there's restaurant services, and so on and so forth. So I would suggest renaming this something like services by allergist, or allergy doctor services, or something like that. Rename that Permalink so it communicates something more meaningful to search engines and whatnot. Include a meta description, because if I view the page source, there's no meta descriptions here. We have a meta name, we have a title, which is good, but Long Island allergist, that's great, but we don't have a description telling us about what this page is about, and that's kind of important to put on there. I notice you have your author for your Google Plus, in there, but you should probably have your picture in here as well, so that whenever we're looking up, different things in the search engines, like if you type in something, one of my articles, writing deep content that is indexed, for example. Let me see if I can spell it right. Writing deep content that is indexed. Okay, there we go. So you can see you got a graphic here, and so does this girl here. So this is all based upon that Google authorship thing. So that's where that picture comes from, the one that you should have right here. So you should upload a photo, link your Google Plus to that, and then when people are searching up related content in the search engines, your picture will show up, and that gives you more authority, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the next thing I was thinking about is an SEO reconstruction of the content. So what I mean by this is, like, within the as far as the meta description, include those keyword phrases and everything that we looked up, that we would look up at the beginning before we start anything on the website. We make a list of these keyword phrases. We like to have about 200 of them to start with, and see where we can implement them throughout the site. And so, you have a lot of great content on here, but some of the structure is kind of wrong. Like if you notice here, you're using strong as far as to make it bold. Now that's good, that's okay and everything, but you should be using like this H4 there. Like this is kind of too long to be a heading. So you would want to kind of like mix that up a little bit. This shouldn't be a heading. This should be this should be something a little bit different, maybe a P tag, or this should be bold. But this is kind of like a heading tag. But this should also include something, services including, or allergy services including, and then have your bullet list after that. So there's a lot of different things that you could do there, and also this sidebar. I don't know what's going on here. It's probably it looks like there's something too big for that sidebar in there. So I'm sure that you would want to get that resolved as well. The way the reconstruction would work, as far as cosmetically speaking, is you would send us maybe a website that you like, or colors that you want to use, or we could use these same colors, and we usually construct like a mock-up, and we send it back to you. It's like a graphic, and then you say, yes, Max, I like this, I don't like this, and so on and so forth, and then we just go back and forth as many times as it takes to get you something that you like. And then what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll turn it into a WordPress theme, because I know that's what you're using. WordPress, and it's a great content management system for people to use. The other thing that I noticed is the social sharing. Like, let's say that my cousin has allergy symptoms, and they live in New York, and let's say that I wanted to send this page, and I didn't realize that I could just grab the URL and mail it to them. A lot of people are mailing via these little search buttons. So once again, if we go to my website and load it up, if you scroll down the page, you'll see I have these little share buttons at the bottom of the page. Let me see if I can scroll down here. But you'll notice that you can email this to whoever you want to. So that's a good thing to have within your website, because as people were going through and thinking of the different services that you offer, they could share it with their friends in more ways than one. Social sharing platforms, email, and another thing that they could do is print it out using this kind of method, which and then they could share it with people at work. So that would be a good thing to do, as far as your pages go, include a way to share. Now I noticed that you are indexed in Google Places for your business. Like if I look up, let me go to the home page here so for quicker access. Long Island allergies. And if I type in Oceanside, there we go. So here we have your listing over here on the right, okay? But I noticed that whenever I went to Bing and I typed in the same thing, Long Island allergies, Oceanside, New York, that you're not getting a business listing. And let me see if I could show you web development, Boardman, Ohio. Let me see. Let me see if this shows up for me. Okay, so let me see here. 44512. Okay, so here's my Bing listing over here. So I have like A1 Website Pro LLC, where the people are I'm indexed in Bing as well as Google. So maybe you are and I'm just not seeing it, but that was another thing that I put on the quote as well. Another thing that is a really good thing to do, and let me show you, because it creates a great backlink strategy. And now you notice I have Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest. I have all these to create my backlink strategy for my content. But you can see here I have a web page, Facebook fan page, right? And so every time I create a link on my site, it gets posted to my fan page. Now this creates a backlink using my keyword phrase to my website, and this is what you want to implement as far as your website goes, because whenever we get backlinks for our keywords, from Facebook and Facebook, YouTube, from Google and places like that, that's a great way to increase our search engine rank position as well. So and it doesn't take long to do. It only takes just maybe an hour or so. Get a good graphic at the top and maybe something in the side here, and then you can actually do different pages within there. You can put your map, your likes, welcome page, and so on and so forth. Also, I was looking at your website here as far as like booking online, and I noticed that it takes you to a different website. I didn't know if you like this. I noticed you have like 4 different locations, so that was probably a a factor in choosing this kind of platform. Now, the great thing about WordPress though is that you have another plugin. It's called this. You can book an appointment right online there, and the great thing about this is it won't double book you. So if you have certain times that you have available, you just set this little calendar up. And so let's say somebody wanted to book me for the 13th. So I've set up the times that I'm available, and they just click book. And these are just different predetermined things that I ask them for. I want their phone number, their email, their name, and questions and comments, and then they click continue. And I use PayPal to book it, but it doesn't. You don't have to charge. You could have free appointments too. But as soon as they book it, it automatically takes that appointment off of that calendar, so you don't risk double booking people. So I know that's one of the great things about this plugin that a lot of people like. So I don't know if you'd be interested in that, but you can pick your days and your times just like you can here, and you can have it so they never leave your website, have to go to another website. Let me see here. Oh yeah, I talked about the meta descriptions, the social keyword strategy a little bit. About the getting the meta descriptions. Now the meta descriptions are like if I type in Google A1 website pro Boardman or whatever, you'll notice that this little snippet right here, this is my meta description. Okay, this is what I choose to show up. Let me type in a better keyword. Web development, Boardman, Ohio. Just like that. All right. So here's the different people around my area that offer web development. And you can see that we have meta descriptions. So you could choose what you want written right here. And so that's a great way to put you in control of what's done on your web pages. So and we notice here, you have this, but what they're taking here is whatever's the first available on that web page. So maybe you want them to say something different for this web page, and then maybe there's different web page, like if they're talking about seasonal allergies, or I don't know, viral allergies or something like that. I'm not a doctor, but there's probably different areas of the allergies that that you address, and you probably address that on your different pages, or possibly in your blog. I noticed that when I click on the blog here, it almost looks like I'm going to a website. The whole menu structure changes, and now I feel like I'm somewhere else. And fortunately, I'm pretty familiar with WordPress and how it works and everything. But you can actually utilize a lot of this entire space, so that it doesn't look like the people are going from one website to another. Anyway, I'll go ahead and send you this video and send you this quote. Let me know what you think, and don't hesitate to contact me if you have any questions or comments, and I look forward to working with you. Thank you. Bye.